Listen well, brother.
I'm listening.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
There can be only one.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Week in Review here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. And of course, I have two awesome co-hosts for the Week in Review. The Rooster, Dave. Bob, how are you doing, brother?
I'm hanging in there.
Busting dogs' butts with boards. The Rooster.
Jumping fences.
And of course, the sausage queen of Valhalla. She's yam, y'all. The lady, Arwen Avalon. Good morning, Arwen. How are you doing?
Hey, y'all. Well, I'm a little fired up, but it's all good. Sometimes you just gotta be a little angry to know you're still alive, right?
That's right.
Gotta breathe. So, but it's all good. I'm here and I'm ready for it.
If you're not pissed off half the time, you ain't doing your job right.
Well, every once in a while it hits me too, y'all, but it's all good. So I'm ready. The only thing I put is it on my Twitter, is it too damn early to start with a glass of wine? Is it at 5 o'clock somewhere in the world? Damn it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah.
If you hear a pop topping on a beer, I'll just say, what?
Better not be a Bud Light.
No,
as long as it's not a Bud Light.
No.
Oh, I got schooled
or a Miller
Saturday the differences between all the beers and what a good, because I was like, everyone says it tastes like piss water. Don't they all taste like piss water? They're all water. What are some beers like more viscous than others? And oh my God, y'all, I got educated on the world of beers on Saturday. I did. So yes, not all beers apparently are the same.
Well, there's some really good like dark Guinness that is like almost like it's like syrupy. It's thick.
Yeah, it's like a meal.
It's sweet.
Yeah, T-shirt showed a picture of one, and you could not even see through it. I don't remember what kind it was, but I'm like,
that's some good shit.
oh, I get the difference. I get the difference now. So.
That is some good stuff. Fuck, it's American beer that all looks like piss and tastes like, yeah.
Well, I don't know. You know, they got a few like Shannerbach has pretty good. That's Shanner makes a pretty good Bach, which is a darker beer. I kind of like it. It's a good old Texas brand.
Yeah.
Adega Outlaw says Loki behind the camera with hands raised. See, he knows me. And shouting out the hollowed names of the residents of Valhalla. Damn straight. Because I do. I get very animated. If you guys ever saw like behind the scenes shit where the camera catches me, it's like, no. I look up at the camera sometimes and I'm like, God, I hope that's not on, and I hope nobody can see me because I look like Hulk Hogan.
You speak with your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. For those anyone who speaks with their hands, we can't not do it.
Yeah.
Whether we're on camera or not, you got to do it.
So I look crazy apparently. Snowed Up with $2 super chat says Skull and Tuck and Roll. Skull, Snowed Up, Tuck and Roll, brother. Oh, yes. Good morning. It's good to see you. Cygordorf 9 with a $5 super chat says, you ever try to eat bacon and headbang? Hope your insurance is paid up. Yeah, no eating bacon and headbanging.
That's a new one. Be fun.
Lambic Geeks Bar and Grill says, so glad the live action is out now. Another week of bitching and we can finally move on from this crap. My weekend, I'm replaying Ghosts of Tsushima. I assume you're talking about the Little Mermaid. The live action Little Mermaid. We're actually going to talk a little bit about that today. So
if you don't go see it, you're racist.
Thank you so.
They say.
Thank you so very much, Snowdub, MB Geek, and Psychodorf 9. You guys keep the fires burning bright. We had a Fanta request earlier, so let's go with that. We'll go with the Skull Fanta. Skull. Wanna Fanta, don't you wanna Fanta? Mexican Iron Man wants his Fanta, 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 ah, Fanta, Fanta, ah, Fanta, Fanta, ah, Fanta. Gotta love that Fanta. Ah.
I love that skull. It's so satisfying. I mean, you know, he takes that big old gulp, and when it's like it hits every squeegee part in him, you know. It just is so satisfying to watch.
So we missed a topic last Friday, and I wanted to make sure that we get through this. So besides of course, everyone's accused of being an Ist and Obniyazi for not liking the new Lord of the Rings. Apparently, Morbid, is that how you say your name? Morbid,
whatever.
Clark is Sauron.
Okay.
Wait, say that again.
Apparently, Galadriel actress Morfydd Clark admits her character took on the role of Sauron in The Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power. This is from over at Bounding into Comics by John F. Trent. She apparently was speaking with Denim Geeks about the season finale and the Rings of Power and their creation. And Clark said, we spoke a lot about how there's an almost childlike back to Bellinor thing happening to the elves when they look upon the rings. So for a brief moment, all that exists is this beautiful light shining from the rings. Clark then admitted her character took on the role of Sauron in the creation of the rings. She knows that she has done something that she's going to have to pay for. She's deceived Elrond and Celebrimbor, but she knew they needed to create something powerful to fight Sauron, but also terrifying.
Oh my
God.
There's so much to unpack. That end scene, number one, those rings were just completely impractical and ridiculous. There's no way they'd make these big ass, bulky, trying to be slick and subtle about it. Trying to create things to counter this massive enemy, this number one foe, the big bad, the big boss. And they have to work together and they have to work behind the scenes. And they make these huge ass cocktail rings that would get caught on your cape and your robe and your weapon. No. Number one, that was ridiculous. Number two, there was no childlike wonder in their eyes. What's his face looked like he was getting ready to eat them. He was like, oh, I'm so proud of this. These are gorgeous. These are going to look fabulous on, Saks Fifth Avenue with all the rich bougie women. No, he was like getting into his greed. I wouldn't trust Galadriel at this point as far as I could throw her. I don't give a shit whose team she's batting for. That whole thing about, I talked to him and I'm going to keep it secret so they can focus on their work. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. I'm ranting. No on all of it.
The powers we forge today must be for the elves alone, untouched by other hands.
Oh my God.
Here, take my brother's dagger and make the rings of power.
Yeah, come on. No, y'all. No. And I'm going to sit through it again. I'm going to make Arlena do it too. We're actually going to, because I want to see where the hell they're going. Not because I'm really excited, but because I want to see how badly they can continue to pooch this.
When does this shit show start back up?
I have no clue.
Next year. So in the Silmarillion, Tolkien wrote, of the Rings of Power in the Third Age, Sauron took to himself the name of Anatar, the Lord of Gifts, and they had at first much profit from his friendship. It was in Eregion that the counsels of Sauron were most gladly received, for in that land the Noldor desired ever to increase the skill and subtlety of their works. In those days, the smiths of Austin Idil surpassed all that they had contrived before, and they took thought and they made rings of power. But Sauron guided their labors, and he was aware of all that they did, for his desire was to set a bond upon the elves and to bring them under his vigilance. He wanted to corrupt them and turn them to evil. That was his plan originally, was to corrupt the elves and to move them over to his side.
Yeah.
Now the elves made many rings, but secretly Sauron made one ring to rule all the others, and their power was bound up with his, to be subject wholly to it and to last only so long as it too should last. And much of the strength and will of Sauron passed into that one ring, for the power of the elven rings was great, and that which should govern them must be a thing of surpassing potency. And Sauron forged it in the mountain of fire in the land of shadow. And while he wore the one ring, he could perceive all the things that were done by means of the lesser rings, and he could see and govern the very thoughts of those that wore them. He specifically detailed that there were 3 elven rings, and they possessed the greatest power. Narya, Nenya, and Vilya. Mm-hmm. They were named the rings of fire, water, and air, set with ruby and adamant and sapphire. And of all the elven rings, Sauron most desired to possess these, for those who had them in their keeping could ward off the decays of time and postpone the weariness of the world. But Sauron could not discover them, for they were given into the hands of the wise, who concealed them and never used them openly, while Sauron kept the ruling ring. Therefore the 3 remain unsullied, for they were forged by Celebrimbor alone, and the hand of Sauron had never touched them, yet they also were subject to the One.
Yeah.
Well, that's basic lore there.
It's basic lore. For those of you who do not know, June Wong with a $2 Australian super chat said, "Stupid, sexy Sauron." Thank you, June Wong, for that $2 super chat. Tolkien would provide even more details in a number of notes collected by his son, Christopher Tolkien, and published in Unfinished Tales, The Lost Lore of Middle-earth. These notes detailed that Galadriel and her husband, Celeborn, were run out of Eregion after Sauron manipulated the elven smiths against her. Celebrimbor would eventually discover Sauron's true nature and revolt against him, and proceeded to seek out Galadriel, who had gone to Lorien. It's there that Galadriel counsels him on dispersing the three rings so Sauron cannot find them. She's also given Nenya during this encounter.
Yeah.
It's not Galadriel who deceives the elves, as Clark admits her character does in The Rings of Power. It was Sauron. Galadriel is also not part of the forging of the three elven rings. That was done by Celebrimbor alone.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
That was the whole point. It was secret. It was
So-
done for protection.
Yeah, that's so Sauron would not know a dang thing about
And
it.
it was done to not lose that. I don't know. I get technology. I don't know what the hell you call it, but it was done to keep all that stuff there and to keep that knowledge there. But it was done in secret. It was done for protection. It was done because they elves aren't stupid. They pick up on things.
And Celebrimbor focused all of his energy into creating three, whereas he had Sauron over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Constantly telling him what he needed to do. He was like, what could I do if I just focused all my attention and all my energy without anybody messing with me?
Yeah.
See, all of the rings were supposed to go to the elves. It was never, these 7 were created for men, or these were made for the dwarf lords, or any of that shit. They were all made for the elves. They were all created to turn the elves evil. They were all made to turn the elves evil. So one part I hated about the opening of Lord of the Rings was they weren't created specifically for anyone except for the 3. Those 3 rings were created specifically for the leaders of the elves.
Yeah.
And it was done in secret because he didn't want anybody over his shoulder, and he wanted to focus all his attention and his craft into creating 3 uber powerful rings. As for the rings being used to fight Sauron, this is complete and utter fiction created for the Rings of Power. The Silmarillion explains Sauron was able to deceive the elves of Eregion by promising to aid them in the rebuilding of Middle-earth. Tolkien himself wrote, but elsewhere the elves received him gladly, and few among them hearkened to the messengers from Lindon bidding them beware. Sauron took to himself the name of Anatar, the Lord of Gifts, and they had at first much profit from his friendship. And he said to them, alas, for the weakness of the great, for a mighty king is Gil-galad, and wise in all lore is Master Elrond, and yet they will not aid me in my labors. Can it be that they do not desire to see other lands become as blissful as their own? But wherefore should Middle-earth remain forever desolate and dark, whereas the elves could make it as fair as Eresia, nay, even as Valinor? And since you have not returned thither, as you might, I perceive that you love Middle-earth as do I. Is it not then our task to labor together for its enrichment and for the raising of all the elven kindreds that wander here untaught to the height of that power and knowledge which those who are beyond the sea? He's basically like the politician going, you know what?
Yeah.
Elrond and Gil-galad, they're the wisest and the strongest, but they won't help everybody, and I'm here to help everybody, and I'm gonna give you things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you stuff. Why don't you come over and be a part of Saruman's welfare program?
See, to me, that was his biggest draw. Not that he has to be some hunky guy, but he had charisma. You know, he had a way of talking. He had a way of basically seducing with the mind. Like you said, like that politician, that seedy, okay, I'm gonna find a weakness here and I'm gonna exploit it. And I'm gonna make it sound good.
So these people are absolutely positively up their own ass. There is no if and buts about it. They don't know the writings. They don't know the lore. They're not respecting Tolkien's vision, his writing, what he put forth. So why should anyone respect the show at all? They're already calling people ists, obes, and Yahtzees. They before the show even came out, they were throwing this out. Mm-hmm. The guy that plays what is his name? Who's the news guy on CNN?
Lemon. Don Lemon.
Yeah, Don Lemon. Don Lemon, good old Don Lemon. That's not his real name, but he looks just like Don Lemon. Came out and said that the accusations of isms and oaths and Yahtzees, they tried to ruin the first season. They tried to ruin their first season because it was a black elf. It's harassment. He was harassed in the streets. It was isms and bullying and harassment in the street for playing Orendir in the show.
Okay, Jesse.
And you know what's funny about that? But people who have actually watched it, he's the least of the problems. Him and Disa and any other, you know, POC characters, they're the least of the problems and the least things people are bitching about. Mm-hmm. So don't tell me. A matter of fact, Disa, I think across the board, is one of the few characters people are like, okay, you know, for a while there, yeah, I could really get into her. She seemed at least, you know, warm and inviting and, you know, more like a hobbit than some of the hobbits. Oh my God, don't get me started on that. But you know what I'm saying? So they were the least of the problems. The biggest problem is it's not Tolkien at all. 0. They're taking names and some little events and creating God knows what with it. Not Tolkien. 2, Galadriel is insufferable. When you want your lead character to turn to the dark side and hope she gets zapped, that's usually not a good sign that you have a good character, unless she is supposed to be a villain. She is not supposed to be a villain. She is supposed to be the Lady of Light.
She is absolutely the total opposite of what she is in the lore. I mean,
he makes a striking statement here, and I say striking because it's very evident that this was something that was planned. He said the elves have always been historically portrayed as Aryans.
Oh my!
His words.
Oh God!
His words. Those are his words as Aryans.
Oh, my brain just broke.
He said, I was in love with nature, and I knew it would change things to be an elf in Middle Earth. This is not the first. This is not the first. I've done a bunch of first this, first that. And if somebody could withstand the wave of bullying and harassment and isms that have come after me, I knew I could. But for the better, we need to tilt this. We need to break it open.
Okay, Jesse.
You know, he should have been introduced as a kid to LARPing. That's his problem. He didn't do enough LARPing. I don't know about y'all, but when I was a kid and we were playing these games, whether it was fantasy, whether it was, you know, sci-fi or whatever, bunch of kids in the neighborhood, we were all different shapes and sizes, all different colors. And you know what? It didn't matter. We played whoever the hell we wanted to play and we enjoyed it. We had our little capes. We had our little, so for him to say, I always wanted to be an elf. Oh my God, I'm the first. Dude, come on.
Because they've always been played by, quote, Aryans.
Nah, he needed to LARP more to realize it doesn't matter if it happens on screen or not. You can fulfill you can have your elf fantasy. You can fulfill that and feel like the first and God, my God, I'm sorry. My brain is the Aryan thing broke my brain. It did.
He's not the only one saying shit like that. Over in Transformers, Rise of the Beast, actress Dominic Fishback says, black and brown people, we don't get the opportunity to see mind-blowing shit.
That's what happens with modern day storytelling by checkboxes.
As black and brown people, we don't get the opportunity to see mind-blowing shit. In an interview with Fandango, Fishback, and this is also over Unbounding, guys, says, is there anything that you can tease in Rise of the Beast that could suggest the future of the Transformers film franchise, especially bright because of the movie you're in? And she said, I think the idea of like nothing is ever really new under the sun, like things work because they've been working a certain way for so long, and that's why you get different characters from different backgrounds, and then the perception changes and the lens from what you see changes. So I think like with this, you have these kids from Brooklyn. We've never seen Brooklyn kids with Autobots. It's never happened. As black and brown people, we don't get the opportunity to see mind-blowing things like aliens. You know, I remember an Alien. Yeah, that's right. Alien. That was made in what, 1979, right?
Mm-hmm.
I seem to remember a dark-skinned fella in Alien.
Yaphet Kotto.
Yaphet Kotto.
Yes. I can't say his name without saying it like that. I just love his name so much. Yaphet Kotto.
And he was constantly arguing with Ridley Scott saying, I need to be the motherfucker to take down the alien. So I mean, that was almost 45 years ago, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Almost. It's 44 years ago. So we'll be at 45 here pretty soon. But people from POCs don't get to see aliens, y'all. It's a sad, sad state of affairs. We're not put in mind-blowing scenes like that. Black and brown people are not put in mind-blowing scenes like that. And so to have that and have it take place in Brooklyn is so infused in the culture because Stephen Capel Jr. was so specific that gives a whole dynamic and a whole new world opens up to black and browns because of the perspectives that we have now.
Okay. It sounds to me, when I hear something like that, I think of the little story that Nichelle Nichols shared when she was playing Uhura. And Dr. Martin Luther King himself said, no, you can't resign. You can't resign because, here you are you're playing a character of beauty, of dignity, of equality. You need to stay with that. How the hell far have we come in entertainment since that time? And you hear something like this and it's like, no, that's something you would read back in the day. That's not something that could have been written over the past 20 years at least. When you look at entertainment and all the characters out there and the diversity. And then I hear something like that and I'm like, either you're just being disingenuous because you want to be a victim or you are the most clueless person on the planet.
No, I
am I wrong?
agree.
Am I missing something here?
No, but the thing is today, Arwen, the majority of it would say that she didn't have a great role in that, and nothing was really achieved.
So it has to all be about now breaking the glass ceiling. It can't just be about good entertainment.
That's right.
Doing the best job that you can, regardless of your race or anything else, doing the best job you can for a role and get your paycheck and go home and move on to the next role. It's all about politics. It's all about you got to be the first.
It's all about politics.
You know what?
It's all about being,
A lot of them are going to be disappointed because if you know shit dick about pop culture and entertainment and movies, a lot of those firsts have already been done.
Long ago.
Yeah.
Nowadays, pretty much everything that's being done is just strictly for the point of being divisive, to get people against each other. I mean, I truly believe that's what they're trying to do.
And Big Geeks Bar and Grill with $2 super chat says Predator 2. Danny Glover is the lead. Kicks ass. Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely kicks ass. Fights a predator. Kills him in hand-to-hand combat.
And gets a pistol thrown to him at the end.
That's right.
In today's philosophy, well, that don't count because he was a male.
That's
if he
right.
was a female, it would have been. I don't know, y'all. That kind of stuff just turns my stomach sour because it's all intersectionality and it's ridiculous. It is killing our entertainment. Not saying, and don't get it twisted. I'm not saying having more, inclusivity in roles is killing our entertainment. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this attitude. Again, everybody's got to be the first. If it's not this, then it's not worthy and it's not that. And it's just stop already. Just leave our entertainment alone with that kind of nonsense. Just enjoy it. Freaking enjoy it. It's one of the best industries in the world. Yeah, have fun. You get to play pretend all damn day.
You know what?
Embrace it.
One of the greatest roles I've seen, and this is going to freak some people out. This year, I want to tell you something. If you haven't seen Fast X yet, Jason Momoa in Fast X, I laughed my ass off. Guys, you want to talk about some acting chops? He had fun being a villain. He was a mustache twirling, oh my God, y'all, I'm blowing shit up villain. Kind of reminded me of you, Arwen.
Oh God.
If Arwen was evil and she'd be like, hey y'all, hitting the button, fuck y'all, boom. That's what it's like. And it's very entertaining. It's the most entertaining Fast and the Furious movie I've seen since probably 5, where they steal the money from that drug dealer. It's the fun. They had fun. Jason Momoa had fun. He's dancing around like Heath Ledger is the Joker. In fact, after seeing that, I was like, I would love to see him as a Joker. I would absolutely love to see it. It's just a fun movie. There's no bullshit message in it. There's no crap trying to be pushed. It's just a fun movie, and Jason Momoa makes it fun. Dom and all the rest of the cast, you're just like, yep, family, yada, yada. Come on, get on with it. But then you've got Jason Momoa comes in, and I swear at one point he's got like double man buns. He's got like the Princess Leia thing going, but it's on the, and you're just like, what in the fuck?
No, I cannot.
And he's sitting there doing his nails with 2 dead guys. He's got these 2 dead guys that are literally sitting there rotting. And he's like, what do you guys think? Do you think I should go with a lighter shade of blue? And you're like, what in the fuck? I think I should go with a lighter shade of blue. And it's just like, holy shit. And it's just fun. It's just fun. So is this the last Fast? No, there's one more. This is their sequel out.
I thought they said there was going to be like 3 parts.
Oh, well, I just thought there were going to be 2. I was under the impression this was a 2-part end of the movie, that you had this part and you've got the next part and that's it. If I'm wrong, somebody by all means correct me. Makini draws. I almost said McKinney. Son of a bitch. I caught myself though. Makini draws with $10 super chat. Arwen, I'm done giving people like her the benefit of a doubt. This is intentional virtue signal victimhood. She's just saying this on purpose, and it ain't helping the black community. Period.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree, brother. It's absolute horseshit. There's no reason for any of it. That organization was never about actually helping black people in their communities, so seeing them go bankrupt was deserved.
Yeah, they were all in it for the money for themselves.
Are we talking about BLM? Maybe. Is that what we're talking about? Money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Money. MB Geeks, Barn Girl, $5 super chat. Explain to me why modern women for the modern audience cannot have another girlfriend without it turning into a love issue. I don't know.
Me.
I don't know.
The days of lick a lot of puss are over. I guess.
Well, that's the thing. Nowadays, you can't even call, I'm going out with my girlfriend. I'm going out. I'm going to meet with my girlfriends. I'm going to do something with my girlfriends. Women can't even use that term anymore without it being associated with, oh, so you're gay? You're lesbian. No, I'm meeting my girlfriend. We've called, it's one thing women do. We can't even do that anymore without there being an assumption made.
Well, guys have never been able to do that because of assumptions. I'm going out with my boyfriend. Whoa.
Yes.
Well, he is my friend and I'm going out with my man friend. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, it is a little different.
It's always been that way. There ain't no, I'm going out with my boyfriend tonight. We're going to go see Tea at the Tulips. Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I don't know how many spa nights guys actually get together and do and stuff like that. That's new to me.
We're going to the spa, guys.
Yeah, that's a girl thing.
I don't think so.
Do you think this shade is too dark? I think it's too dark. I was like, what in the fuck? And they're two dead guys. He's talking to them like they're alive, but they're dead. It's funny as hell. Guys, go see the new Fast and the Furious movie. If you wanna just laugh your ass off. And be like, okay, you know what? They redid history a little bit, but this makes sense. And just have a fun time and watch explosions and cars do shit that they never, ever will possibly be able to do. But laugh your ass off. Because that's what I missed in the last one. Cena sucked. Cena absolutely sucked as a villain. After F9, I was like, I'm never going to go see another one of these ever again. And I had nothing to do the other day. So I was like, fuck it. Let's go see a movie. What's playing? Fast X. That's it. All right. And she got like a cup shaped in an X. Eris got a cup, an X cup. It's so fucking weird. I'll take a picture of it and put it on Twitter later. But it says fast and it's an X and it's a cup. But it's an X. Anyway, we had to be like, what is this? And they're like, oh, it's a cup. Take the top off and you can put the straw in. And we were like, okay, it's an X, but it's a cup. All right.
I think I can envision it, but it's
weird.
Creativity.
Kind of mind bending.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, Ashley or Eris was like, I've got to put it on the floor. It won't fit in the cup holder. I'm like, well, it's an X. Come on.
Oh my God.
But if you want a fun movie, go and see it. Psychodorb now with $2 super chat. Jason Momoa equals Lobo. Yes. No,
that sounds like it's worth seeing just for him alone.
With that. Yeah, I'll go see it. Lobo. I want to see it. He acts crazy.
These little man buns.
He can be a great villain. Yeah, the man bun thing was just like, you're going to be like, what the fuck has he done with his hair? I want to see if I can pull up a Jason Momoa. Momoa Fast X. Fast 10. There we go. Let's see if we can get a good picture. Images with him and his fucking man buns. Let's see. Man buns. No man buns, but we've got like a really weird. He's got it. Okay. So here, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if we can save this image. Yes, we can. Yay. All right. Okay. You're going to love this. Just 1 second. He's got it up in a fucking scrunchie in this picture. Look at this. You see that?
God, look at his lavender nail polish.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about here?
Oh, look at the rings!
I
Oh my
love
God,
that.
the rings!
I love the pastel colored shirt.
I do too. And what is this bone necklace? Those teeth? Yeah, those are. Okay, I'm there for it. I'm there for it.
And the scrunchie, the 90s scrunchie in his hair.
Oh my God, that fake satin. Yeah.
Yeah.
The champagne satin scrunchie. Oh, we've all had them. Oh, I'm dead. And look, his glasses have the little beads hanging off of him, so you can if you take them off, you can let them hang around. Off. Yeah, they'll hang around your neck, so it's this little beaded jewelry that I've had them, but I keep losing mine. But yeah, he's got that attached to his glasses. Dead. I am dead. Okay, I have to see this movie now. Just for that. Just for that.
All the women are saying.
Oh my God, it is me as a villain. You're not shitting. That's a pink car. Oh my God, y'all. I've met my villain spirit animal. Oh shit, I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't. That made my morning. It did. All right, y'all go see it. There's your advertisement for the day.
Well, the thing about it is, it's so totally against his character.
Okay.
Oh,
it is. I found it. I found it. Okay, hold on. Oh shit! Save, you piece of shit.
It is.
Okay. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love one more picture. And this is straight. Oh, you son of a bitch! You've got too many files. Please delete something before you can add something.
I wonder how
Okay,
Lorena
this
would
is
feel
the
about
scene
her
where
boy.
he's talking to the two dead guys and he's doing his nails.
Oh my God, the buns! The buns! The buns, y'all! With the pink! With the pink! Oh,
With the pink shirt.
God, and his little matching pink shirt. Dead. I'm so dead. But see, okay, yes, I think Momoa is an attractive man, and he is. But I've never been like one of those who's like, oh, Jason Momoa, just take me now. It's just I just haven't. I don't do that a lot with celebrities anyway. I don't fawn a lot. I don't fangirl a lot. So I don't know if I could enjoy this as much as if I did do that, because look at him. he's feeling his femininity. But I'm here for it.
That double scrunchie really brings the scene together.
It does. I mean,
it does.
it
does.
Look, I wouldn't want to see a guy that I wanted to get giggity with like this, but I'm living for it right now. I just am. And I'm thinking, what would Lorena think about this? Would she be cool with this? She's all about Jason Momoa. But I love it.
She saw it. She saw it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she saw the movie. I'm pretty sure Lorena saw this movie. I know Culture did. I'm 99% sure Lorena did, because I saw her with like one of the cars or something. I saw a picture of her with one of the cars and I was sure she'd seen it. He's just insane. He is insane in this movie. Someone said he's a hold my beer guy. No, in this movie, it's like, yeah, oh, you think that? Here, hold my beer, bitch. We're going to get the nails out. We're going to, oh, you guys think this is good? Do you like this color? Do you like this color, guys? I think I should go a shade darker, personally.
I don't know. He looks more like a hold my wine or hold my spritzer or hold my my wine cooler.
Daiquiri.
Yeah, hold my daiquiri. That's it. Hold my daiquiri. I've got two little umbrellas, not just one. Damn it! Look, I got fruit on the side. Hold it and let me take care of business. I'm here for it completely. I am completely. Those colors, I'm dead. Yep, I'm here for it. I love it. I got.
So yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, yeah.
Oh my God.
Check out that movie. You guys got to see that movie. Even if you don't like the Fast and Furious stuff, just to see Jason Momoa in this movie is a treat. It's like watching Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Oh,
I kept saying that. I could see him play the Joker after this. I could absolutely see. Holly, get over here. I could see it. I could see it, him twirling the cane and doing the little, the little duck walk and all that shit. Yes, absolutely.
He doesn't ask anyone to call him ma'am in this movie, does he? Okay.
No.
Good. Oh my God. I'm dead.
So, and they explain why he's off too. I mean, he is off, and I don't want to give out, that big of a spoiler, but there's a reason why he's kind of off his rocker and crazy. So it's a very like Batman Joker-esque kind of thing.
Oh, good for him. I don't think he needs to be stuck as an actor. He doesn't have to be stuck in the action hero role. He can do. I mean, I hated him in Conan. That's the only thing that but I don't so much think it was him. I think it was the way he was directed and the feel they were going for with the film. And it could have been so much more. That
movie sucked. I was so disappointed.
So was
Snowdub says, "Hey, I like daiquiris."
Okay. Well, I'm not saying daiquiri's a sissy drink, but come on, when you look at him with the pink, where are you going to go for a drink? I'm not going to go for some hardcore, thick, viscous lager. I'm going to go for something to match his outfit. I don't know, like daiquiris. I bet you don't put your hair up in little space buns either, Snow, and wear pink scrunchies. So I think you're good, sweetheart. I think you're good.
But I agree with you. Conan, I was really excited when I heard he got Conan because I'd watched him in Stargate.
Oh, I loved him in Stargate.
I loved him in Stargate. I thought he was besides John, he was my favorite. He's my second favorite character. John was my favorite. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, oh yeah, he's gonna get to do something badass and he's gonna get recognized. And then that didn't happen. And it was like, well, he did one movie and he's gone. I really liked him. He was a really great character. Yeah. And then he did Game of Thrones and he lived out of his van. For those of you who don't know, motherfucker lived out of his van when they were doing Game of Thrones. That's how poor he was. He couldn't afford a damn hotel. He couldn't afford a place to stay. He couldn't afford an apartment. He was living and sleeping out of his van down by the river like Mexican Iron Man. And got through Game of Thrones and then got popular. And
well, that he wasn't really a big household name at that point, was he?
No.
That was really kind of his, hey y'all, let's sit up and take notice. I mean, Stargate fans knew him, obviously. If you paid any attention to the male modeling world, you'd probably know him because I know he did model. But that was really his breakout role. And the guy's got chops. And it goes to show you, no matter how good of an actor you are, if you are miscast for a role and you are directed poorly, it's not going to work. And that's
if it's a shitty story. That story in Conan was shit.
Yeah. At the end of that movie,
how do you mess up a Conan story?
I don't know. And I'm sorry if spoilers for any of y'all who hasn't seen it. It's been out for a while. The end of the movie, all I got the feel was he was like dropping her off, and she's like, "Okay, like on a date, call me," and he just kind of grins and rides. I mean, that's the feel I got of it. That's not how you want to end a Conan movie, like a freaking Barbie movie. No, it's not. No.
Conan gets to de-virgin the virgin that they were going to sacrifice to make the whole thing possible.
God, I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad to see him doing something good and meaty and different and fun. Good for him. It's like when Tim Curry busting out as Frankenfurter.
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, that was something completely different for the time, but damn if he didn't eat that role up. So, if you're gonna do it right. Throw yourself into it.
I've got one more picture here.
Oh God.
When they're like, well, no, it's just funny because you can see on his face that he's like, what the hell are y'all doing? And he's like, oh, this is, this is going to be, where the fuck did it go? It's not here.
Oh, Palpatine. Yeah. Tim Curry is darkness. If no one has seen Legend, you have. If you
Yes.
are even if you just like fantasy, you're not really. Even if it's just like that level of appreciation, go watch that movie. Go and watch the original. Watch the director cut,
Yes.
because it fills in scenes that makes other scenes make a hell of a lot more sense.
Yep. Even though I like the Tangerine Dream soundtrack.
Love the Tangerine Dream soundtrack. Yeah, I love that. But such a good, and God, Tim Curry is darkness. Oh, so good. So good.
No, apparently he wants to be a little bitch. Won't let me load it. So I'll just
well.
I'll just share it.
Yeah, what I want a real good fantasy afternoon, y'all. Legend and Labyrinth. Those two I always pair together. I love those two movies so much.
They're setting up his little pink scrunchie and look at his face. He's like, what the hell are y'all doing? I don't know if anybody's going to like this or not.
A piece of pink scrunchie. I can't. Oh my God. I am dead.
All right. Okay, one last thing before we get out of here. Where the hell did it go? What did I do with it? We did Lord of the Rings. We did Transformers. What the hell was the other one?
Oh, hell yeah,
Oh,
Pale
The
Rider.
Flash.
Lady Hawk. Lady Hawk. That's another one.
Yes. Yep. No, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Gaston.
Mouse.
And the sword. I used to try and draw that sword when I was a kid. I used to be a lot better drawer when I was a kid than I am now.
I never fail to cry when they're finally reunited. I never fail to cry, even after all this time. I know it's coming. Yeah. I know that scene, but damn it if I don't get teary-eyed.
It's even worse when they don't. When they're like
no!
with each other and they're about to touch and suddenly and he's like,
First time they've actually seen each other in how many years in their physical form, but they can't. Oh my God! Yeah, I cried at that one too.
Denied.
Yeah, that's so close, but yet nope, no cigar. Such a good movie. I tell you, 80s could do some great fantasy films. Underrated, fantastic fantasy films.
And good God have mercy. She was so beautiful in that.
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah. I'm like, I can't think of anyone else to be cast who I believe wholeheartedly could turn into a hawk. She just had those features, those beautiful, sharp. Oh my God, yeah. And Rutger Hauer, come on.
Yeah,
in his prime. Yeah. In his prime. They were a beautiful couple in that movie too.
So the last thing we're going to talk about today is the Ezra Miller news from The Flash. Chris Gore apparently saw the movie and said, I'm cringing. Some of the jokes don't land. Two Ezra Millers is very annoying. He even does some things in it, like when he goes to visit his mom, he's in his Flash costume. He doesn't have clothes. So he's wearing a woman's top.
Okay.
It's very much what them would wear. And then there's another scene where the other version of Barry is just completely naked. And not just for a little bit. It's a lot. He's naked a lot of the movie. You see his ass very clearly.
Ugh.
You don't see the twig and berries, though. Gore then revealed his reaction to this scene. And I'm sitting there in a room with 7-year-olds watching this film thinking, this is kind of inappropriate, the amount of nudity. One quick thing, like a Coppertone ad, and I'm like, this is going on, like this amount of nudity is a little too much. Now it's all played like innocent and goofy and fun, whatever, but it's alarming.
Yeah.
Significant amount of nudity featuring Ezra Miller, but he also said that the film features an upskirt shot of Wonder Woman's ass. That the director definitely is not a hot phobe, like in the Justice League action opening scene. You see a very clear shot. It might have been because I was in the front row in IMAX of Wonder Woman's ass. Basically, her miniskirt kind of flips up, and it's like, did we just see Wonder Woman's ass? And he lingers there on Supergirl's ass, too. No complaints.
That's what I was about to say. Who's complaining?
but it's just nice to see it. There seems to be an effort to desexualize. Look at Guardians Volume 3, desexualize women in entertainment and just not allow them to be sexual or even be attractive in a female sense. And damn, Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, looks smoking hot. Supergirl, a very feminine version of Supergirl. She might not have the skirt, but she has the ass.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think there is a fine line with that. It's like, yes, let women be sexy, let men be sexy. You know, if you're going to be an entertainer and you're going to play a superhero in a film or whatever, be sexy. That is okay. But Ezra Miller, so many scenes of him naked. The only thing I could think of is they're going for the sex sells to try and make him appealing to people. So, you know, a lot of his controversy will go away, but I don't know. I don't think that's necessary. I don't think they need to do all that. I don't want to see someone's ass every 5 minutes on a screen. I don't, male or female. That's not why I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, if it is marketed for PG, you know, like 13 and under, or marketed for anyone, but you know what I mean? If you know kids are going to go to see it and you have action figures to sell and toys and shit like that, you might want to make your film a little more kid friendly. Yeah. And whether they're sexy or not, yeah, I don't want to see their ass all the time. I just don't. It takes me out of it because that's not why I'm there.
So reportedly, this has to make $1 billion to break even. A $1 billion price tag just to break even. So Warner Brothers is betting that it's going to make over $1 billion. Apparently, it's the most expensive superhero movie Warner Brothers has ever made because of the reshoots. 5 in total, I believe. 5 different sets of reshoots. That's not 5 scenes that were reshot. That's 5 times they've gone back and said, we need to redo this or redo that. Yeah.
Those
aren't little. Yeah. That's
it's not like a continuity blip.
No, this is big. So the ending of the movie was changed. There were major parts of this movie that were changed over the last year after it was done filming, because this has been done filming for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So the amount of times they've gone back and had to fix something or change something or add something, remove something, these aren't little things. When they say reshoots, they had to go in and gear up and get ready to do this again.
Yeah. I know I won't be seeing it.
So I'm not going to see it. I won't see it. I'm not going to pay to see it anyway. Nope. I might.
No interest.
I might watch it here at my desk. But I'm sure shit not to go to the theater and watch it, which is sad because I want to see Michael Keaton come back.
Yeah, I love Michael Keaton's Batman.
I do too.
That right there would probably, make the movie worth seeing if it wasn't for all the other bullshit.
And that's what is going to be pulling a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people changed their mind. There were a lot of people that said, I will not pay to see Ezra Miller in a movie. I don't want to see Ezra Miller. I don't want to deal with this, yada, yada, yada. But as soon as Michael Keaton showed up, it was like, we're all going to see it. We're all going to go see The Flash. I won't. I will not. I will not go and pay to see this movie. So that's just the way it is. I'm not going to do it. Because of Ezra Miller. And some people might not agree with that and argue that. I've heard some arguments. Oh, well, Robert Downey Jr. got thrown in prison because of drugs and because of all this shit he did and all this stuff. But you still went and saw Iron Man. He went to jail. He paid his price.
Yeah.
Well, and I have an answer for that, and it may sound superficial, but I really don't give 2 shits. I didn't find Ezra Miller before his controversies that damn interesting to start with.
No.
I didn't give 2 shits about seeing him as the Flash then. Because I find him boring and he's tripey and tropey, and he's not my speed. I don't care about him. I don't find him interesting.
If you really have got to see this movie, pay for another movie and then just sneak in.
Yeah. And I'll say about Robert Downey Jr., I found him interesting before all that happened. So that made me want to invest the time to see, okay, what's going on here? Is this where there's smoke, there's fire? What's happening? I read up about it. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. And it was all good. You know, the only thing that's a little heartbreaking is that when you do find someone interesting and then they do turn out to be a big old pervert, then it's like, well, shit, that sucks. But with Ezra Miller, I don't give two flips. I never found him interesting. I never found him great as the Flash. I don't care about it. I just don't care about him.
I've seen him in other movies, and I'm gonna tell you what.
Oh yeah, he was in Fantastic. Yeah, he wasn't even that impressive as what's his face in the Fantastic Beasts trilogy. Not Credence. Was it Credence? I think it was Credence. Anyway, the Dumbledore kid. Yeah, I found him kind of flat in that. There was no spark, no fire, no for me to go, oh, who is this performer? They're doing great. Do not.
Here's a spark. Who is this performer? They're doing great.
Oh my God, no.
Oh my God, y'all. I'm in Fast X.
Jesus Christ. Who did? Let me guess. It was either Chris or Sensei.
It was Sensei.
Okay, I see you, Sensei. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm so tan. I've never been that tan in my life. And the bone necklace, the tooth necklace just looks so good on me. God. You're warped.
Mm-hmm. Snowda put up a $2 super chat and said late show tonight. No, Mike is apparently flying to Connecticut. I think Mike's going to be on a plane.
Connecticut.
So he said he's going to take his laptop, but I told him, I said, dude, just don't worry about it. You got a flight, tonight. Don't worry about it. Take it off. We'll be back next week. So no late show tonight.
Love you too, Sensei.
Darn.
That was brilliant. Send that to me.
Oh yeah. If he hasn't already heard me and he's not sent it to you already.
Oh, let me check. I love to keep all my Sensei's work.
If not, it's in the weekend review.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh God. I don't know. I know someone I need to send that to.
So Arwen, what do you got coming up? What do you got going? What's in the works? What you got coming up this weekend? Let us know.
I'm not sure if there's VacTube tonight. There probably will be, but I'm not positive. I know Valiant tonight is having his celebration stream for over 22K. I don't know that I'm going to be on it, but it's at 10 tonight. I'll be over there modding for it. But and then tomorrow night VacTube. Let's see, and then I guess back Tuesday or Wednesday with either VacTube or Sugar and Spice. And my daughter is reworking my intro. So I may be streaming on my own when that gets done. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Snowdup says, gotta have a Mexican to have a show. Well, it is called The Late Show with Mexican Iron Man. So it's kind of hard to do The Late Show with Mexican Iron Man without the Mexican Iron Man. If I had to depend on Mim to do a show, I would only live stream twice a year. Well, Monday through Friday, I don't. It's just The Late Show. That's just because Mike. So, Mike says he feels bad. Don't feel bad. You're good. Guys, we're getting out of here. It's almost 5 minutes past the hour. Have a great weekend. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. And we'll see you guys on the next weekend review next Friday. You'll see me on 0 Hour this Monday with Zeropium. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
these videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.